If you've been tired, disconnected, and agitated for no reason lately, it's not burnout. It's your old identity fighting to survive. The man you used to be is begging you to stay small, slow down, and keep playing the roles that you've already outgrown. You have to let him die, because if you don't, he's going to kill everything that you've been praying for. Even for me myself, going through a huge shift in understanding how I want to live and where I want to go. And we're at that cusp where you're at your mid 20s, pushing uh, your late 20s, and it's that tough thing where you're looking for purpose, you're looking for things to fulfill you. You feel like the world's collapsing, but you're also just now blooming out of the cement, right? And so, what you have to realize, and what I've also come to terms with, is that's my daughter screaming, is you're going to have a lot of resistance. There's going to be a lot of things that come up against you. Your relationships are going to die down. Your friendships are going to die down. Your parent connections may die down and fizzle out. Your connection to your job, your business, your career may shift and change. And that's simply because you're about to enter into a new state of being. And if you allow yourself to continue to go through the motions and go through the positions that you've previously been in and trying to let go, you're going to experience your life on a loop. You're going to go through a quantum loop over and over and over and over and over again. We know that life is cycles. Your life is being lived out in cycles. So you have to start to remap it and understand that right before you get out of that cycle, you're going to have a lot of things stacked up against you to try to keep you in the cycle. Fight the resistance. Your breakthrough lies right behind the door of resistance. The resistance is going to come to see how bad you want to go through the door, right? How bad do you want it? Are you saying it? Are all of your parts of your life aligned? Are you spiritually connected? Are you spiritually out of the room that you are currently in, and are you spiritually in the next room? Because that's realistically what has to happen. You need to spiritually ascend from the deprivation or this survival room that you've been in for so long to get to the next room. And even yesterday, I was writing down in my notes, I was thinking to myself, like, your fifth business that actually took off and worked and allowed you to escape the 9 to 5 for 3 years was built on the basis and the mindset and the spirit of survival. And so I had to sit down and say, fuck, a lot of the frameworks and systems that I had in place were based in that survival mind state. And now that I'm at the cusp of understanding that abundance is right here within me, and I have all the things and the tools to grasp and build and continue to become exactly who I want to become, you have to fight yourself. You have to fight the frameworks that had you in survival mindset. Because if you stay in that survival mindset, the abundance that you have within you is going to be shattered / undermined by the same systems and frameworks that got you out of the position that you wanted to get out of. And I think we've spoken about this before. When you're going to a new realm, when you're going to a new space, the things that helped you get into the current space, which was better than your last space, are going to be the exact same systems you have to destroy to get to your next space. And it's that gray area where men die. And they lose self, they lose ego, they lose material, they lose cash flow, they lose relationships, they lose everything that they gained in this room, not realizing that next room is going to amplify you times 100. But you have to be able to detach from this room. Even though you fought for it, you kept it, you maintained it, you bled, sweat, tears, all of that shit for it. Detach from the emotion and allow the resistance to peel back the fucking layers that are not supposed to be within you or with you as you go to the next level. People, place, things, doesn't fucking matter. You will gain it 10 times back. You know the story in the Bible of Job, right? As cliche and all of these sayings are in the Bible that we always quote, they have so much philosophy and philosophical quotes in there where it's like, or stories where Job has everything he desires in life, right? And then he gets them stripped away. But how much can you be stripped away and still believe that that next room is going to provide, that you still will be able to get to a next room, that your life isn't over once you lose it all? It's that same ideology where you're going to lose a lot to get to your next position, but you cannot allow the resistance to break you because it never was meant to. It was just supposed to strip you of the falsehoods that you clung to keep your sanity in the room that you got out of to get into this room. And now it's time to really create the foundation and blast off into the next room. And that's where all things start to align. Your spirit starts to align with your physical starts to align with your mind and your heart, and everything around you, reality. And you can start to bend and warp life to do and be what you want it to be in that space of resistance and beyond. But while you're in that space of resistance, that's where you have to learn that tool of how the laws of the universe work, or how the world works, or how reality works, how, hey, if you look within, all of your problems and your solutions are right here. But you have to allow resistance to come and let it be like war to destroy all the comforts, the things that make you comfortable. And you have to learn rituals, routines, strategies to help guide you through the resistance, because it's not going to be easy. For instance, if you're looking to shift your identity into a new space, if you're trying to become a new person that's always been here, but you faked it with a mask on your face, you have to allow the things and the people that mask created to still come in and try to attack you. And then you have to fight them off. Because it wouldn't be anything if you got into the next room with the mask still attached with all of the people, and then the people come and you're just permeable and your energy is being leaked out again. No. So what resistance does is allow you to see yourself in the mirror and ask yourself, how bad do I want this? Is my connection to those girls that I used to talk to bigger than this? Is the connection to the business I built bigger? Is my connection to the money bigger? Is my connection to the house, the car, the girl, the wife, the this bigger than the overall mission for my life? Because the resistance is going to scrape out all the people who think they want it, but really don't. So therefore, that's why when you start to see success, and not in the broad sense of, oh, I'm boasting my Lamborghini and all my money and all of my women, but in the silence of, I'm successful because I'm fulfilled by the things that I do on a day-to-day basis. And I come into your space and change the energy of rooms. And I speak to the most powerful people and have them tremble simply because my presence speaks for me. All of these things will change your perception of going through resistance, because once you get through, you'll be the most powerful human being that there is to be, if you allow it to do its work and you continue to stay aligned even when the old you starts to attack still. And we're all going through that to a degree. Sorry, it's hot as fuck and we're about to leave. And I'm just hot as hell, and all these lights are on, but it's just a real thing that we all go through. And I know you feel it. I know that you might think that you're alone. I know that you might think like, hey, I'm the only person who sees the world in this light. Well, I'm here to tell you, you're not. There are people that see the world just like you. There are people that are looking for the same brotherhood that you are looking for. And so if this message resonated, all I ask for you to do is like, comment, and subscribe. And if you really want to take it a step further, join the compound, which is just the free Telegram where I speak about things like this every single day. And if it didn't resonate with you, argue with your mom. Boy, Mr. Brown.